YouTube, what is up? Alright, been trying to get a couple videos out to you guys. My editing software's been messing up, my camera's been messing up, but whatever. I'm not here to make excuses about my videos. Just know they're going to improve and get better. So, yeah, I'm having I don't know, everything's failing at once. But anyway, what I'm bringing you now is the Vaporesso Switcher. This one's been out a while. Comes with the NRG tank. It's a good little tank on it. But and I wasn't going to review this mod. As you know, I try to kind of keep up to date with what's coming out on the shelf. And the Switcher's been out a while. But I just did another Vaporesso product, one of their newer ones, Polar, the Vaporesso Polar. Anyway, I wasn't going to do this one, but my wife dropped her mod into the pool, and she needed one quick, so I ran out. I saw this one. I said, what the hell, I'll get it for her. Turns out her mod worked. Kudos to the Asmodus Lustro. So dropped it in the pool, let it sit a day, and it started working again just as good as it did before, which is crazy. So I did a review on that previous. If you're interested, go back and take a look. But kudos to Asmodus Lustro. However, today is about the Vaporesso Switcher. And guys, I just started puffing on this mod thinking, what the hell, I'll give it a try since hers started working again. Guys, this is good, man. This one's a good one. Nothing new with the NRG tank, but the Switcher's claim to fame is you can change the cases out, which I'll show you how to do all that here in a minute. But guys, this thing hits like a champ. It is a thumb firing button, so if you're not into the thumb thing, if you're more of a trigger guy or things like that, you might not be for you. It's also very heavy, but guys, it's quality. It's built amazing. We'll get down the up close personal talk about it, but today we're going to take a look at the Vaporesso Switcher. So here's the Vaporesso Switcher box. They call it Switcher because the case is replaceable, and I'll show you that here in a minute. Switcher with the NRG tank. The NRG tank's been proven, tried, the whole 9 yards. Inside the box we have one Switcher mod, one NRG tank, a GT8 core, which is inside the tank I'm using now, and one GT4 core. An extra Pyrex glass and the USB charger. The mod weight is 202 grams. I'm going to point that one out because, like I said earlier, it is a heavy mod. It is very durable, however, it is heavy. So if you're looking for a pocket mod, this might not be for you. This fire down to 0.05 with a power output up to 220 watts and a temperature control range from 200 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's powered by two 18650s. Popping the box out is very Vaporesso is known for their packaging. You've opened one, you pretty much have opened them all. I always like their packaging. It's very stylish and all that good stuff. Say hello to the future. So inside our box should simply be our manuals. I've never opened this box, so this is a first today. Of course, they include one of these nice little micro USB cables with the spring ends. Always very nice cable with all the Vaporessos. Your warranty card and all your information card is in that envelope, and of course you have your user manuals. You pretty much got 3 user manuals in several different languages. Moving right along, on the other side is where all the fun's at. Of course you have your NRG tank with the spare glass and O-rings inside and a vape band, plus the GT4 coil that I was telling you about is inside there, so you got your extra coil. Talking about this tank, I'm not going to go over it in depth. The NRG tank has been out a long time now. It's been tried, it's been proven. You simply push over the top cap to fill. It'll hold your smock type 810 drip tips. It has the O-rings on the tip. And simply unscrew the bottom to get to your coil. And what you adjust on one side, you will adjust on the other as far as airflow is concerned. So yeah, not going to go too much into this. It's a good tank. It works. Nothing wrong with it. They have mesh coils for this now, so that is a big plus. NRG tank's a good little tank. Now moving to the Switcher mod. I believe this comes in like a copper, a gunmetal, a stainless steel, and black maybe? Yeah, we'll go with that. Close enough. But I originally was not a fan of this, even though I do love Vaporesso products, simply because I am not a bells and whistles kind of guy. I could give a shit about all the lights. I could give a shit about switching my case out. But yeah, once I started vaping on this, it is probably my favorite Vaporesso item to date. So yeah, you got a big centered 510 pin that Vaporesso is known for. You got your big protective plate. So you can fit your 28s on here, no problem. This will take your big boys. So guys, this mod is heavy, but it is durable. To access your battery compartment, flip that up. You can see the positive and the minus inside there, and on the door. Works very well. Kind of has a unique flap design, so when you spring it in, it actually becomes part of the body, and it tightens very good. There's no wiggle, no nothing. Even without the batteries, you don't have any problem with this. So to change out the outer case, all you do is open the battery door, push this out, and you can switch this case to different colors. Your lighting, as you can see, this is really one big LED light in here. So I don't know, you can change your colors, which is cool. It's kind of gimmicky to me, but whatever. And I will say this is metal, and these run about $10 a piece, so they're not going to break the bank if you do change it. One good thing about this is if you drop it or anything like that, or if you get scratched up, you can simply buy you a new case on the outside, and you should be good to go as long as you didn't damage the actual mod itself. And this simply slides back on there, and it is held in by the battery door as well. So big firing button. I mean, you could trigger fire this, but you got to be honest with yourself. This is a thumb firing mod. I have pressed this everywhere on this firing button, and it fires no matter where I push it. So it's very clicky, very responsive, but it's low profile, as well as the menu selection buttons, which Vaporesso is really known for, is they give you an extra menu button. So you don't have to click or fire your mod multiple times to get into the menu system. You simply click that middle button. Let's power this bad boy up and see what we got. Screw our matchy tank on here that came with it. And I want to say you can get this kit for around $70 right now. I paid a little more because my wife needed it at the time. Alright, when I pop my batteries in, it's going to boot up, and I put my tank on. It says new load. I'm going to hit yes. Now, it's very different screen from what's on the newer Vaporessos. This is the Omniboard 2.4 as opposed to the 4.0. So it's not going to look like the newer Vaporessos. However, the screen is bright. It does work well. So to get into it, it also has your clock if it times out. But to get into the menu system, it's simply 5 clicks, and it's going to say, we give you this scrolling. And this is where you can change from variable wattage high, normal, soft, CCW, your stainless steel, nickel, titanium, and your TCR and your memories. Also your bypasses in there. To go into the system set, this is where you change your brightness, your time, your puff counter, your smart on off, screen timeout time, your light. This does have several lights, which I'll show you here in a minute. And if you go in here, you can change it to blue breathing, flashing. You can customize it. Light on or off, red breathing, green breathing. So you got pretty much the whole gamut of lights you could want. So you can look at your version or update, default, and exit. So you have a pretty extensive menu system to customize this the way you want. Now, as I was saying, this does have the lights. So this, I believe I have a breathing on multiple colors right now. That's just red. I guess I set it to red just now. But anyway, that's what your red breathing looks like. And of course, you got the lights up top. You got this back part that lights up, and your lights on the side. So you got lights for days. Now, one of the issues I have found with the lights is, if you're into that sort of thing, is that when you grab it, you really don't see your lights. Maybe that's why I like it so much, because it's not all big and obscured. So anyway, going back to the mod, I believe that's all. It has a nice little texture here. Very, I don't know, it's almost like a hard rubber maybe. It does make it a little more grippy, so that's nice as well. Fits beautifully in the hand. And I believe that's it. We'll go back up top, talk about the pros and cons on the Vaporesso Switcher mod. Alright, we're back up top with the Vaporesso Switcher mod. Guys, I really like this mod, man. I caught myself, like I said, I just used it a couple times when my wife still had it before her started working again. But once I started using this, man, I haven't really put it down yet. The NRG tank is what it is. It's a good little tank. It's been out a long time. No, it's a no-brainer there. However, the mod, it fires so fast. Of course, I have it set to variable wattage hard. It has a soft, normal, and hard mode. I have it set to hard, but this thing, instantaneous fire. It produces a ton of vape, and it just feels good in the hand. I personally am not a fan of the lights, but, you know, that's subjective. It is what it is. So, pros and cons. Start with the pros. One, the kit comes with the NRG tank. The NRG tank's good, guys. I like it. I like it better than a lot of these Smock products. It's just good. It works. It works well. So, yeah, that's a pro. Another pro is the form factor. I mentioned that earlier, but this just fits perfect in the hand. They give you that great big fire button. And especially if you're a thumb fire, you're going to love this because it just fits beautiful. Other pro, of course, is the menu system and getting into the menu system with that spare button. That's a neat little feature. I love not having to do the 3 clicks or 5 clicks or, you know, on your fire button where you're actually firing your atomizer. You could fire your atomizer to where you can just go in the menu and avoid that whole fire button altogether. So very cool. Subjective, if you're into the lights, you're going to love it. This has all the lights. However, if you are into the lights, you're most likely going to cover up. Like I said, you can finger fire this, but it's just not the same as a comfortable thumb fire on this. So your hand is going to cover up those lights. So if you're into the lights, that could be a con. For me, it's not a big deal. I could give a shit about lights and all that on my mod. However, if you're looking for that, that could be kind of a disappointment for you. And if you are into the lights, it is a pretty little setup in the back there. I mean, it's kind of cool to look at. So, yeah, that could be a con or pro, depending on your taste. Other pros, big fire button, the battery door. I like how the battery door kind of fits to the mod. It's just not... It doesn't seem like an external piece. Even though it is, it kind of snaps into the whole mod and makes the mod complete in there. So that's cool. Very cool. I like the big bright plus and minus buttons on the inside there. So you can't screw up putting your batteries in here. I also like the little rubber grips they put on here. Like I said, it almost has a plastic feel to it, but it's just enough rubber to make it noticeable. So it's kind of a neat deal. I like it. Cons. I mentioned the lights. Okay, you are going to cover those lights. Also, if you're a trigger fire, you can do it several ways with your trigger finger. However, it's going to feel unnatural, if you know what I mean. There's other mods out there that are made for trigger firing that are damn good. So if you are a trigger fire, you aren't going to like that. So that's a subjective con. Other cons is the Omniboard. I don't think there's an update for the Omniboard for... I know the Omniboard 4.0 is out. However, I don't think you can update your switcher to the 4.0 yet. And, you know, that kind of pisses me off. I hate it when they do the updates, but then they just update their next mod. You don't really get these updates. But, you know, whatever. You can get the bugs out or whatever. So it's still good, but, yeah, that's kind of a bummer. And in case you guys didn't see my other review on the Vaporesso Polar, man, it keeps leaving my brain. The Vaporesso Polar, that new board's pretty damn sweet, gang. It's nice. They did a lot of cool updates, and even the clock. The clock has become very usable on the Vaporesso Polar. So, with all that being said, I think that's it for the... Oh, heavy. It is heavy. If you're looking for a pocket device, this ain't it. That could be a con to you as well. So... but other than that, I think that's it for my pros and cons. a damn good coil. Get some mesh coils in there, you'll be kicking ass, man. This would be a really good setup. Yeah, so that's all. I highly recommend the Vaporesso Switcher. Like I said, I didn't intend on buying it to use it, but I wanted to review it and get it on my channel because it's impressed me that much. So go out and get you one. Vaporesso Switcher Combo Kit. So yeah, that's it for this review. Please support your first responders and your veterans, and I'll see you guys next time.